Your Health, where we explore the latest in health across the country. I'm Erica Cardenas. As we enter the summer months and start heading outdoors, we wanted to share some summer safety tips to keep you healthy. But before we get started, let's take a look at what's coming up on the show. Things you can do to avoid skin cancer, and the #1 thing you should do to prevent drownings. Plus, we'll talk about the health benefits of pickleball. All that and more coming up on Your Health. Skin cancer is the most common cancer in the U.S., but with more awareness, we can help prevent this disease. Spending time outside is great during the summer, but it's important to protect yourself from the sun. Most skin cancers are caused by too much exposure to ultraviolet light that comes from the sun. The good news is it's one of the most preventable types of cancers, according to Dr. Ariana Rodriguez.
The reason for that is that there are several risk factors for skin cancer that are environmental or lifestyle risk factors, meaning that they're modifiable and avoidable. They're things that we can do to reduce our risk of developing skin cancer. One big one is decreasing our amount of UV radiation by just decreasing our sun exposure, reducing inflammation in the body by increasing our intake of antioxidants and antioxidant-rich foods. Smoking cessation is also a really good way of reducing inflammation in the body. Avoiding indoor tanning and indoor tanning beds. All of these things are ways that we can reduce our risk of developing skin cancer, which is why it really can be a preventable form of cancer.
In addition to adjusting your lifestyle factors, it's important to avoid the sun and seek shade when possible. If you must be in the sun, wear long sleeves, pants, and a hat to protect you from the damaging rays. But staying in shade isn't always possible, so Dr. Rodriguez says she can't emphasize the importance of sunscreen enough.
We know that it can reduce the development of actinic keratoses, which are kind of known as these precancerous lesions, and it can also reduce the prevalence of skin cancers, such as squamous cell carcinomas and melanoma, which is kind of the more severe, scarier form of skin cancer. When you're choosing the type of sunscreen that you want to use, you want to look for something that is broad spectrum, meaning that it gives you UVA and UVB radiation protection. Usually the types of sunscreens that you're looking for are going to contain zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. These are inorganic blocks that are going to provide you protection from the sun. You also want to look for sunscreen that is water resistant. If you're going to be swimming in the ocean or swimming in the pool, looking for sunscreen that is at least SPF 30 all the way up to SPF 50 is going to be your best bet with the type of sunscreen that you're looking for.
And how you apply your sunscreen is critical. Use your sunscreen 15 minutes before you hit the beach or pool. You want to use at least 1 to 2 ounces of sunscreen, which is about a shot glass full. Be sure to coat your skin evenly and make sure to rub it on the tops of your feet and ears. And if you have a large part in your hair, be sure to work some in there as well. You'll need to reapply your sunscreen every 2 hours and after swimming. And don't forget to do your own skin check to look for unusual or changing moles on your skin. And a yearly visit to your dermatologist will ensure you're not missing anything suspicious and potentially life-threatening. You can have your fun in the sun this summer as long as you're careful and protect your skin. In the U.S., we have an average of 10 fatal drownings per day, which is why it's so important to know about water safety. We have advice from Bob Hubbard from the Hubbard Family Swim School to keep you and your family safe this summer. According to U.S. drowning statistics, 23% of child drownings happen during a family gathering near a pool, and paying attention is key.
One of the things that we get worried about, and the physicians do too, is inattention. So you're in the home, the kids are wandering, they're climbing all over the place. So making sure that you know where the kids are, and especially if you have a pool, that's where the risk comes in.
And there's one thing you must always do to help prevent drownings at your home.
The #1 thing is to secure your pool. If you have a pool, you have to make sure you have it secure with a fence that locks and it's high enough and it's a good, solid fence. We know kids are climbers. They get over it, they get around it. 95+% of drownings occur due to breached barriers. So a gate gets left open. Somebody goes to get something and leaves a rock in front of the gate so that I'm coming back and I don't want to have to relock it. So make sure you have that secured. That's number one.
Getting your kids enrolled in swim classes is very important, but parent involvement is irreplaceable.
One of our goals is to teach parents how to teach their kids. You know, we see some of these other methodologies that are out there, and one of the things we believe is the parent is the best teacher of their child, because we could do things in the pool at our swim school with the kids, and then they go home and mom or dad doesn't know what to do. So what we want that. And I think that's one of the things we would encourage people to do is when you're at home, encourage the kids to work on their swimming skills. Have them swim the length of the pool or the width of the pool or streamline or do different things that they're learning in swim classes or you see, so that they're not just dog paddling and staying in one place.
Swim skills are crucial, but so is having an adult watching the kids while they're around or in the pool, especially during a large get-together where a drowning can go unnoticed.
If you're using the pool, pick a water watcher. Pick somebody for 10 minutes at a time or 15 minutes at a time to be the person. Because we have a saying that says when everybody's watching, nobody's watching. So you get a bunch of kids in the pool and you get distracted by a barbecue or a Coke or a soda or something, and all of a sudden, or a conversation, and you lose track and you turn away, and it only takes a little bit of time for a child to become nervous. So you got to be alert and you got to be aware.
When we think of drownings, you should consider all types of water. After you give your kids their bath, be sure to drain the water. It may be tempting to get them ready first, but leaving water in an unattended bathtub can pose a danger. Also, be sure to empty buckets after mopping floors or cleaning the car. Toddlers tend to be top-heavy and can fall into a bucket easily and not be able to get back out. Even an inch of water can be deadly. Same goes for the toilet. Keep the lid closed. If we are constantly vigilant around water, we can keep everyone safe.
We got to keep our guard up, and the water is great. It's a beautiful place to be, but we have to respect it.
One of the best things you can do when it comes to water safety is to learn CPR. Check with your local community centers or the American Heart Association for classes. Stick around, there's more Your Health coming up. We explore the popular sport of pickleball and its health benefits. And is intermittent fasting for you? We'll get the details. Pickleball has taken the country by storm as one of the fastest growing sports. There are more than 36 million players in the U.S. With all the interest, we wanted to revisit our story about the benefits of this popular sport. We're here at Horizon Park to talk about the popularity of pickleball across the country, and joining me now is Paul Germanero, Community Services Supervisor here in Scottsdale. Thanks so much for being with us, Paul.
It's my pleasure.
First off, what is pickleball?
Well, pickleball is really the fastest growing sport in the country, a combination of badminton, ping pong, and tennis. And it's just rapidly growing, and we can't keep up with it out here.
Now, why do you think pickleball has become so popular?
It really is an accessible sport for any athlete looking to get outside and play a game. As you advance in the game, it can become more competitive and a faster game, but the entry level is accessible, affordable, and face it, the weather's beautiful, people want to get outside and they want to play.
Absolutely. So let's talk about the health benefits. What are the health benefits of pickleball?
Well, really what we've seen is it is a lot like tennis. You're playing outside, so change of direction and cardiovascular health, but it's a lower impact sport. So not as jarring on your body as playing tennis or playing basketball might be outside. So a lot of the benefits of an outdoor cardiovascular exercise with a low impact.
Now, Paul, is pickleball, would you say, a good sport for anyone?
Absolutely. Here in the city, we're actually fortunate enough to offer some beginners classes for people, our residents here in Scottsdale, and we encourage them to sign up and learn the basics of the sport, the scoring and the etiquette. Those are things that are unique to the activity in itself, but once you're out here and participating, it's a super social sport. Everybody is welcoming and inviting. What we've seen is people just want to spread the good news or the love of the game to others that come out here. So very accessible, and anybody has the opportunity to come out and play.
Now, you have a lot of pickleball courts here in Scottsdale. Why do you dedicate so much space to the sport?
You know, as I mentioned, it's one of the fastest growing sports in the country, and so we want to try and keep up with the trends as much as we possibly can. So we have retrofitted tennis courts at 3 locations here in Scottsdale, and just recently expanded our facility here at Horizon Park from 8 courts to 10 courts. And then in the future, you know, we're always looking to expand it as we grow and we add neighborhood parks in our communities here in Scottsdale. We want to include pickleball as an option for those facilities.
Now, you did mention that you do offer classes, so would you recommend that would be a good place for people to start if they wanted to pick up the sport?
Absolutely. I mean, you can drop in at any of our facilities or any of the facilities around the country and play pickleball, but I think that what comes with the classes, again, is scoring is unique, strategy can be unique, you know, the etiquette of how to rotate and play on a court is something that people can learn in our beginners classes, and then, again, then start dropping in and playing, and practice will make perfect.
Now, Paul, any final recommendations or tips about pickleball?
You know, I would say, you know, just get involved. I wouldn't spend a lot of money in, you know, in an investment to purchase paddles and balls immediately. I would get a low-cost entry into it, and as you fall in love with the game, you know, to upgrade those paddles and things like that, just get out and play. The age varies from young adults to seniors, and everybody's very welcoming, so just get out and get comfortable out there and start playing.
Paul, you're awesome. Thanks so much for being with us and sharing with us. If you'd like to learn more information about pickleball, just head over to their website. Intermittent fasting has been shown to help with weight loss and improve health. But when should you eat if you're on this regimen? We went to an expert to find out.
Intermittent fasting is another fad that I see quite a bit in my office, which basically is where you eat for a certain period of time during the day, typically 8 hours, and then there's 16 hours where you're fasting. And this is a great way to help reestablish your metabolism, help to balance your blood sugar levels, and just allow your digestive tract to rest in between eating. A lot of us, unfortunately, we're busy, we graze throughout the day, we don't actually sit and eat solid meals, and so our blood sugar is kind of constantly up and never actually drops and rises, and our guts are constantly working. So in that way, intermittent fasting can be really helpful. There are some things I see with it though that I think could be improved. So most people that intermittent fast will start eating later in the day. So they're not eating until 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. And really our bodies receive food best in the beginning of the day. This is the time when we wake up, our cortisol levels are high. It means it's time to get out of bed, it's time to feed us, our blood sugar has dropped. We receive food well in the morning, and then we typically do better if we don't eat quite as late at night before bed. So I always suggest my patients, if they're going to do it, to try to shift their intermittent fasting so that they're eating a little bit earlier in the day and stopping a little bit earlier at night, which can be a little harder sometimes for people's social calendars, but it does work better with our health to do it that way.
Another summer safety tip to follow is to stay out of the sun between the hours of 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. as it's the most dangerous time for UV exposure here in the U.S., which is a leading cause for skin cancer. Stick around, there's more to come on your health. How adding a pet to your family can impact your health, and an easy marinade for your summer barbecue.
From fitness to medical technology, explore how people are leading healthier lives on Your Health. Join Erica Cardenas as she introduces you to health experts, examines popular fitness trends, and explores new treatments for common conditions. Discover how the choices we make in our daily lives directly affect our well-being. Plus, learn simple tips for leading a healthier life. Watch Your Health Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Saturday only on YourView, or stream it online at yourview.com.
A great time to consider adding a pet to your family. The kids are home and can practice caring for the new family member. We visited Heidi's Village to talk about the benefits of having a pet. I've had pets my entire life, and they really do become such a special part of your family, and they also have big impacts on your health as well. Joining me now is Paige Wood from Heidi's Village to talk about the benefits of having pets. Thank you so much for being with us, Paige.
Thank you.
First off, tell us about Heidi's Village.
Yeah, so Heidi's Village was built with compassion in mind. We foster a community where pets are treated with dignity and respect. We have countless boarding partner animals as well as our own adoptable animals, and essentially we're a landing pad for foster-based rescues to bring their animal here before they have a foster or an adopter available.
So Paige, tell us about the health benefits of having a pet, because I know there are many, right?
Yeah, there are so many health benefits to owning a pet. Aside from just general exercise, walking them, taking them on hikes, there's also countless studies that show that owning a pet greatly reduces stress from the human aspect. So not only is it, heart healthy, but it's mentally healthy as well.
Do you tend to notice that pet owners, particularly those with dogs, tend to be more active?
Yeah, absolutely. Even those that have calmer pets or older pets, they definitely tend to be more active, even in the sense of not just your average walks, exercise, running, just in the sense that there's, you're caring for another life. So the activity level also comes with I have to run to the store to get dog food. I have to get out of my house and do things for the animal, for the life that I'm taking care of.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about some of those important questions that people should be asking if they're looking to get a pet.
Yeah.
What are some of those?
Okay, so every animal is an individual, dog and cat. Of course, one of the main questions that you should still kind of be asking yourself though is, what is the breed that I'm looking for? There are still tons of breed-specific traits. If you want a large dog or a small dog, if you want a dog that's social with other dogs, more social with people, if you're okay with having a dog, that should be an only pet. Things like that, where you kind of have to consider your lifestyle very much before you consider adopting a pet. It's so often that we see that people want a specific breed because they like the look of it. You shouldn't adopt a pet just based on aesthetics. You should definitely adopt a pet that fits into your lifestyle.
So it's also Adopt a Senior Pet
Yeah.
Month this month. So tell us, what are some of the benefits of adding a senior pet to your family?
So some of the benefits of adding a senior pet to your family are, you're likely saving a life. A lot of times, the go-to for adoptions really isn't a senior dog or cat. The go-to, everybody wants a young dog or a puppy or something that they can kind of make their own. Senior pets are already themselves. So puppies, you kind of have to work with them to see what kind of personality that they have, and as they become an adult, it ultimately may not fit into your lifestyle. Adult dogs and cats and senior animals in general already have their personality, so getting to know them is a little bit more of a seamless bring them home transition. Oftentimes they don't need a lot of extra, they just want a really safe, comfortable place to stay.
Now, volunteers play such a big role here at Heidi's Village. Is volunteering a great way to see if a particular pet might be a good fit for you?
Absolutely. One of my own dogs I met when I was working at the shelter, and I probably wouldn't have chosen her had I not gotten to know her first. So there's a huge benefit to volunteer work, getting to know an animal before you bring it home, kind of getting to know their quirks and their personality. You go to a shelter, you meet a pet, you have 30 minutes to connect, and then you hope for the best, whereas volunteering really gives you that gateway into being able to get to know more animals and really figure out what might work best for you in your home.
Paige, thanks so much for this great information and for being with us.
Yeah, thank you so much.
If you'd like more information on Heidi's Village, just head over to their website. If you're thinking of heading to the lake this summer to go boating, remember to wear a life jacket, as most boating fatalities occur from drowning. Don't go away, there's more Your Health coming up. We'll show you how to make a simple and delicious marinade.
From fitness to medical technology, explore how people are leading healthier lives on Your Health. Join Erica Cardenas as she introduces you to health experts, examines popular fitness trends, and explores new treatments for common conditions. Discover how the choices we make in our daily lives directly affect our well-being. Plus, learn simple tips for leading a healthier life. Watch Your Health Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Saturday only on YourView, or stream it online at yourview.com.
On a recent visit visit to the Cave Creek Olive Oil Company, owner Rich Bates shared his simple marinade recipe that you can use for your next barbecue. I'm here with Rich Bates from the Cave Creek Olive Oil Company, who's going to teach us how to make a quick and delicious meat marinade.
The biggest thing that we get is people come in and they look in the store and they go, my God, this is really overwhelming because there's so many different flavors. So what our job is we try to educate people on some of the things that you can do with them.
Okay.
So this is our #1 seller, and what we're gonna do here, we're gonna use Tuscan herb olive oil, hints of oregano, garlic, and rosemary. We're going to put some of our private label seasoning in here, just a little sprinkle.
Okay.
And then we're going to do that 18-year-old balsamic aged in French oak barrels.
Okay.
So what you do, you would take this, mix it completely. Now, put chicken or beef in a baggie, let it sit overnight in the fridge, throw it right on the grill. Saute your vegetables in it for roasted veggies. Use it as salad dressing and this little thing we call bread dipping. So let's give it a shot here and just see what we think. And let's try this here.
So very versatile.
Very,
Marinade,
very versatile.
Salad dressing.
Yep.
Lots of different
bread
ways.
dipping.
Okay.
Go buy a good loaf of sourdough bread and make a meal out of it.
This looks so good. I'm a sucker for olive oil. Oh my gosh.
Isn't that
this
good?
Is good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The blend between the olive oil and then the balsamic, it's just like a perfect balance.
And people
That's
always
delicious.
say, what makes it so sweet? Well,
Wow.
that's the balsamic. The longer
Wow.
they age, the sweeter they become.
So good. Rich, thanks so much. So quick, easy, and delicious. If you'd like more information or for more recipes, head over to their website. Thanks so much for joining us. We hope you have a happy and healthy day. I am Erica Cardenas, wishing you a very good summer.